On the right hand side. Let's hope no one says anything strange. So hello everyone and welcome back. We're here in Online Formula Racing's GTS Division 2 round 6 and we are racing the Super Formulas here today in Suzuka. You've got Dr. Robot and Ash here. How you doing, Ash?
Hello, I'm good. Looking forward to another great race this week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another interesting one. I think we've got 12 drivers on the grid today, which is really nice to see. We've got some nice liveries. First one I want to show you is Love Sessions. He's sporting a Greg's livery, as you can see. Look at that. It looks delicious.
It looks like an interesting sausage roll.
Yeah, just as a disclaimer, no affiliation or association with Greg's guys. This is just a homemade livery for Love Sesh, and it looks absolutely delightful. Juan Ball's got a Milka livery. Is that Milka?
Yeah, it's chocolate. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah, look at that. Very nice, very nice. Dunk, what's he sporting? He's just coming around
Lego.
the hairpin. He always got leg. I thought it was a Repsol livery. But he's gone off track at the minute. What's going on with... Oh, it is a Lego livery. That looks delightful. Mick, what's he got?
He's got Nikita Mazepin.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to see lots of spins from him then today. It's a tricky track, Suzuka, isn't it? There are quite a few places you can go off. Turn 1, 2, all the way through the S's, left-hander at 6, Degners. Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah,
Talking of Mazepin, he's just got off at the hairpin.
He's off.
Yes, you're right. There's plenty of places to go off the.
Yeah, it really was. We didn't have as many numbers as we'd want.
How did you get on Monday, Robot?
Really well. I think I came second. I think that's the story we'll go with today.
Or were you second for retiring?
That's what I meant, but you didn't need to, point that out. Never mind. Moving on to Illicit. He's got a shiny livery. He's got a nice OFR badge on the side, which is really nice to see. Is it a particular theme, or is it just smally chrome, pink and chrome?
That is a Mike Small designed livery.
I thought it was. It's very reminiscent of his D3 days with his bright pink spoiler and his chrome car. It was the Mercedes that he had originally, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was.
Articus, he is quick round here today. He actually did a 141.
Now, Robot, let's just stop you there and correct you. It's not Arcturus, it's Taxgrass.
Taxgrass, okay. Oh, I think I said Articus as well. I got it completely wrong either way. Taxgrass, what livery has he got? I can't quite focus on his car.
I think it's some sort of anime.
Yeah, he's got a few Sony badges on the side. He's swerving left and right. Is that just me, or is it him heating up his tyres or something?
Well, one, he's on pad, and two, he has all the directional sense of a snake.
Well, he's very twitchy, isn't he? It looks. I thought it was glitching at first, but now I think it's just the way he steers. He's just constantly going left, right, left, right. That's interesting. Hazy, it looks like he's in a OFR Ferrari here at the minute. What's he got on the side of his car there?
That is his version of Bye Felicia.
Bye Felicia.
Have a look on the rear wing.
So, I can't get a good angle on it. Let me go to the different view. Oh,
it's the rear. Yeah, it's the rear. It's his version of the rear of Bye Felicia.
Wow, there you go. Juan Bosch just gone off the road there as well. Now, next up we've got Stig. It's good to see Stig racing here again. I think he's taking some time out from Sunday because I don't think he's racing D1 this week. But what livery has he got? He's got a nice black livery with like a heartbeat rhythm on the side of it.
I'm trying to see what that says on the rear wing. I can't see from
Mats. It looks like Mats. So it's a BMW M. Oh, it's the BMW M Sport lines, isn't it? That's what it looks like anyway. Joto Jusu, he's currently in the pit lane, and he's sporting a nice... Oh, he's got the McLaren.
That is the McLaren Honda from 2017.
Oh, very nice. That is nice.
That's the last year of them being powered by Honda. And before they went to Renault.
Nice. And last but not least, we've got Marco in the Marlboro. white and red livery.
That I am presuming is a throwback to Senna, Prost era of the late 80s, early 90s. And Smalley, by the way, is saying that Liam Illicit Power, his livery wins every time. Just put everyone else's in the bin, he's saying.
Of course he will say
not
that.
Not that there's any sort of bias there from Mr. Mike or anything like that.
Yeah, I know. Now we've gone through the liveries, let's have a look at the times. Marco is currently stopped on track at the minute, just after the hairpin. Not sure what he's doing there, but he's fastest at the moment with a 1:37.4. Is that
1:37.4?
Wow. And then next up, Yoto Yusu. It's saying he's in second at the minute, but I can't see his lap time because he's currently sat in the pits. Lavsesh is set at 1:38.214. Grimm is fourth fastest with a 1:38.4, and rounding out top five, it's Stig with a 1:38.9. Now, I can't see Joto's time, unfortunately, but he's good enough for second at the moment.
Well, looking at that, he's 3/10 off Marco. Marco's on a 1:37.449, so it's a 1:37.452. No,
right.
Sorry, 7:52.
That's a decent time. That's a really decent time from him. You can see Marco's used up all of his overtake too. Joto's sat in the pits with all of it there. Lavsesh has got a little bit scruffy as he's coming up to the final chicane right now. Is Lavsesh going to be able to gain those 0.4 of a second and overtake Yoto Yusu? He's coming around the final corner now. This is going to be his last chance to do it. He's crossed the line and he's not improved. He was actually 0.2 down on his time. Now Grimm is just coming. Oh, Grimm's finished already now as well. He's going slow. Who else is on a hot lap? Stig
is heading up through Spoon Cave now. He's heading down towards the 130R.
Yeah, up the hill he goes. He's got 1.4 seconds to grab pole, or he's got to clear 0.4 of a second to get ahead of Grimm. And look at that, he's 0.2 up on his time through the middle sector there. So I wonder if he can sort out this final chicane to gain him another 0.2 of a second. He's taken a lot of curb. That is what you want to do on the entrance to that chicane there. And now he's flying around the final corner, sticking to the right hand side here, reduce the track distance. He's crossed the line. Oh, he improved, but he needed another 1/10 to overtake Grimm there. So Stig is looking at P5. Hazy's got P6. Taxgrass has got P7, Illicit is P8, Dunk is P9, Mix in the pits, and Juan Ball is going to start in P11. 18 seconds down the road in his Milka livery.
You just want to unwrap that livery of Matty's. I'm not going to lie, I like Milka.
It's delicious. It's the chocolate of the Europeans. Whenever I go to Europe and go into a store, there's Milka everywhere.
Yeah, I associate Milka with, with the skiing that they have in the winter months. Whenever you go on to Eurosport, there's always some sort of Milka advertising in the background.
Oh, is that? Good shout. Good shout.
Yes, I really am that boring. I do like skiing.
I like snowboarding, but I like to actually snowboard. Did you hear OFR's hosting its first overseas event this January coming up? I've managed to organising a few of us all going snowboarding, hopefully in Andorra next year, depending on the state of COVID.
All right, and which members of OFR are going snowboarding, Robot?
So it's Ruben, Super Bounty, myself, and Marco so far. But I'm on the, as always in OFR, we're looking for new members, looking for trying to recruit as often as possible. So the invitation's open, everyone. The invitation's open.
You know who would really, really enjoy snowboarding? Smalley. He would love it.
I don't think so. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who would like the cold weather, to be honest.
Well, he doesn't need to worry about his face because he's ugly enough. So as far as I'm concerned, send himself away.
Send him away. Send him away. And that's it, yeah. Marcos takes pole. He starts first. Joto Juso in second and Lavsesh in third. We've got the Super Formulas here around Suzuka, and we've got 23 laps. Around 1 minute 40 a lap, expect to see, so it should be over in around 35 to 40 minutes. But let's hope these guys keep it nice and clean into turn one. Turn one is a really tricky one around this track, isn't it?
It is. It has the potential for many incidents as we're now off and away. It looks like we've had a start light incident.
Yeah, we have. He got a huge... It was almost like a tank slapper, even though he was just pulling away. He was trying to correct it, and he went into a few drivers, actually. Marco's managed to get away. Grimm's up into P2. Taxgrass is up into P3 as well. And Stig is just... Well, he's up to P4, but that's because Jota got such a horrible start there.
Oh, look at this. Joe's managed to get behind Nikita Mazepin. Sorry, Mick. Nikita has a spin. That's what we should call him.
Nikita. I've got some Nikita tools actually. Oh, but look at that. Jota Juice is trying to get a little bit shovey past Mick there. Interesting. He's now gone off track in live session. That Greg's livery's overtaken him after the second Egner.
Now heading down to what the corner I call Kobayashi's hairpin. Because I think it was 2012 where he just overtook everybody at that hairpin and finished on the podium, I think, that day.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
Hence why I call Kobayashi's hairpin.
Interesting factoid.
Oh, who's gone off?
I can't... I don't think
it's Taxgrass. Taxgrass went off at Spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no! He's
just caught that.
He ran wide out Spoon, lost his car, hit... Oh, no, that's disastrous.
It is. It's put him 12 seconds behind the lead. That's going to keep climbing as well. Look, 13 seconds already. He's got a long way to go if he wants to make it back up into the top three there. Dunk's tailing Juan Ball at the moment. He's just 8 tenths down the road. He's got a huge slipstream in his Lego livery. Look at that. He flies by him. Look at that. Did Matty lift there or?
That was a very, very late arrival. Oh, somebody else. I think somebody else is off. Somebody else was off at the Casio Triangle.
So Mick's got a penalty at the minute. He's got a 0.3 of a second penalty. I can't see anyone else off the road. Ulysses managed to bump his way up into 6th place, which is really, really nice to see. And Taxgrass is still in 7th, but he's now only 13 seconds from the lead. So he has gained a 0.5 of a second here just on the last lap alone, actually, after he went off. But I think everyone else is on track currently. They're all moving. Marco's got a 2.2 second lead out in front.
Yeah, he's just had a clean start. He's got away. He's gone, and it's actually good to see Marco back doing OFR events.
Yeah, it really is. He had a bit of a break. He had a lot going on with work and so on, but he's back and he's coming into ACC this weekend for the inaugural race. Well, taken out pre-season, of course. The season starts this weekend, right?
Yeah, the inaugural. I'll just let Smalley just finish off because apparently he's got better England. The first ever championship race. There we go. I'll just say it like that.
There we go. Where are we racing?
Sunny Silverstone.
Nice. And we've got about 19 drivers or something like that.
At the minute signed up, there's 16 drivers.
But do you want to hear some inside info? Havoc, the legendary Havoc, may be making his return to OFR in ACC. I've been really? Working him over the past few days, and he's definitely interested in the ACC league. I'm trying to get him on board.
It would be good to have Havoc back. It would be really good to have Havoc back.
It really would.
He's been a bit of a miss from not just racing but commentating as well.
Yeah. It's been a lonely commentary box for F1 and D1, but since we race on Mondays now instead of the weekend, he just can't make it because of work, and he's in the Americas, isn't he? So yeah, it's difficult time for him. But Grimm and Stig just had a little bit of a battle through the S's here, and they're very close on track right now. They're just 0.4 of a second, which separates them. And Stig is fighting. He's fighting really, really hard. You can see him pushing his car out as wide as possible as he's going through the Degners there to try and gain some time. And he has gained some time actually. He's now just 5/10 rather behind Grimm. Oh, and Mick's gone straight into the wall. He spun. Nikita. After the hairpin, he just went straight into the wall, and now he's got Hazy and Liam catching up to him. Three-way battle going on for P5 now.
But watch out for Makita. He might just swerve in a straight line, a bit like Baku on Sunday. Pretend that the guy behind him is Mick Schumacher. Nope, he's keeping it clean.
He is, and Liam's lost a bit of time there. He went a bit wide at Spoon, and he's lost about 2 seconds off the back of Hazy right now. Stig and Grim gaps.
There he goes. Ben's just gone down the inside of Makita and a 130R. Now Makita's returned the favour into the Casio Triangle.
Nice, and just quickly bring your attention to Stig and Grim. They're going side by side into turn 1 here. What's going to happen? Let's have a look on board. Oh, it looks like Stig is backed out early. Grim flew into the corner, but he got a little snap of oversteer on the entry. He's managed to correct it, though, and the gap is still just 0.4 of a second here.
And Ben has completed the move on Makita into turn 1 as well.
Oh, he's got him. Ben's up in P5 now. I'm sure he's going to be really happy with that. Good move, Ben. And look at this, Liam's caught up to the back of Mick again. Remember, he made a mistake at Spoon last lap. He was down about 2 seconds. He's now just a second behind as they're finishing off the S's.
Yeah, and then heading up into the Dunlop curve as well. So this is a good job from Liam so
Yeah, Matty's struggling at the final chicane as well. He's looking like he's having a bit of difficulty here. Fuller is just going through the S's now. He's made it through. Brilliant livery. It's really bright. I like it. I really do. And disclaimer, no association with Lego, guys. Absolutely no association whatsoever. Now, Johto Jusu is coming around the hairpin.
You were just putting the blocks in for that disclaimer, weren't you?
There we go. Good one.
You see, all I've got to do is build you up and then knock you down.
Another one. Keep them coming. Oh, sorry to interrupt. Look at this. We've got a car moving out the way, I think, to let 2 drivers who are battling past. It is the tax grass versus... It's Liam and the tax grass going wheel to wheel at the minute. They're going almost side by side through 130R. Liam looking really choppy there. He's managed to hold on to it, though. Into the chicane they go.
He's gone round the outside.
Look at that. Bravo, Liam. That was a nice move, that was.
As a man who is not so bad an outside overtake, that's impressive.
That was nice. That was brave. Like, it's not really a place where you want to do it because one little bit of contact, someone's going off the track and picking up a massive penalty. But he did it. He did it cleanly as well.
Look at Prost and Senna all those years ago as Taxgrass gets Liam back into the S's. Regained 6th.
Yeah, he's got him back, but I don't think we're going to see the end of Liam for now. Liam's got Mick right behind him now, though, 0.5 of a second behind. Let me just quickly check on the battle between Stig and Grim. Oh, it's increased 3.2 seconds. So something's happened to Stig there. Grim's pulled away.
Is now Liam is battling Mick. Mick slipped back. Oh no!
Oh, he's
Liam's
lost it.
Off.
He's lost it.
He just got into the gravel at on the exit of Degna 2. And it just pitched the car into a spin.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's cost him a place to Joe, and it's cost him a place to Fuller as well.
Yeah, just watch Fuller overtaking before they get to the hairpin there. That's a shame. He just did such a nice overtake as well. But he's a fighter. He's going to come back. We know that. Now, I'm just going to quickly jump back up the field and look at this. The gap between Stig and Grim is back to just 0.6 of a second. So now it might have been Grim who's made an error, and that's allowed Stig to catch right back up. Now, one thing to point out, Stig's not used any of his overtakes so far. Grim's used up about an 1/8 of it. Larvsesh hasn't used any whatsoever, and Marco's used it all. Marco's got no overtake left, and he's 6 seconds down the road.
The best way I can describe using the overtake, it's a bit like a debit card. Not to spend it all at once, because once it's spent, it's spent.
Yeah, cannot recharge it in these cars, unfortunately. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just riding on board with Stig at the minute. He's matching the sector times, I think, of Grim almost, millisecond to millisecond here. He's really close behind, and he's just slowly just taking a few milliseconds out of his time. But it's kind of tricky to make an overtake around here because, of course, they don't have DRS or anything like that to help them down the main straight. It's kind of hard to make an overtake as you're going up to 130R because of the big hill that you're climbing and the fact that the track is just really narrow. There's not many places to overtake.
No, there's not. it. To be honest with you, it's a sort of track. It's an old-fashioned. It's one of your very old-fashioned tracks because there's no real runoff areas. It's a proper old-school track, unlike let's say Abu Dhabi, which is just a billiards table really. This isn't. This is the same, more or less the same design that Honda came up with in the 60s.
Oh,
and of course, the track is owned by Honda. Honda designed it as a test track for them in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It didn't host its first Formula One race till 1987.
Was it a test track for cars or for motorbikes? I take it was cars.
I think it was cars, but don't quote me on that.
It doesn't seem like a very motorcycle-friendly track, to be honest.
Well, the question actually came up in the chat with Smalley and some of the guys earlier. They weren't 100% sure of how 130R was given the name 130R. The corner, as it was in the past, the radius was 130 degree radius, hence why it was called 130R. And then Alan McNish had a dreadful accident there in 2002 in the Toyota, and they redesigned the corner, so it technically isn't a 130R radius anymore.
Well, did they make it wider? So they opened it up a bit, or
no? They've brought the corner in.
Ah, right. Okay. Interesting.
It's easy flat, but there's more of a runoff. There's actually more of a runoff.
Ah, right. Got you.
Although I was just doing a bit of reading up. Apparently there was MotoGP there in 2003, and a rider was actually killed at 130R.
Oh, interesting.
MotoGP has never been back. Suzuka, I can't remember off the top of my head. This is a Japanese name.
I'm trying to think. 2003. That was around like the Nicky Hayden time and era. I can't think who it might have been. Let me Google it.
It wasn't Nicky Hayden.
Oh no, it wasn't. Well, didn't he passed away on a bicycle, didn't he?
He did.
Okay.
It was Daijiro Kato. Daijiro Kato.
Oh yeah, I've got it. Was he? He looks like he was in the Yamaha. Looking at the livery.
Yeah, he's on the way to the braking zone for the Casio Triangle. And MotoGP have actually never been back to Suzuka.
Wow.
Incredibly.
Interesting.
But yet, every single year, Suzuka holds a 1,000 kilometre race for bikes. Straight up.
Wow.
Straight up. Obviously it's rider swaps and all that sort of thing, but it's one of the most prestigious bike endurance races you can get. The Suzuka 1,000 kilometres.
Wow. Sorry to interrupt. Hazy's just lost it at Spoon. He was battling with the tax grass for a good 2 laps there. And he's just gone a bit wide. He's tried to come back onto the track and he's just lost the rear. And he spun around. I was wondering when the pit stops were going to be. So that's looking like a 2-stop then, isn't it? Probably 8, 16 and then to the end. But the tyres... Stig's tyres are a lot more worn than others around him. For sure.
I wonder if other people are going to go for the 1-stop.
So they'll have to make it to lap 12 or 11 if they wanted to 1-stop. Look at this battle behind again. It's Jota Jusu and it's Hazy. They're going side by side into turn 1. It's going to be Jota Jusu who's last of the late breakers, sorry. I was hoping Hazy could do a kind of switch back there, but he wasn't able to hold on to the speed. I think he tapped the brakes just an extra time to make sure he didn't run into the side of Joto. And now Joto's got past Hazy too, and Hazy's down in P7. Taxgrass has got past Stig because Stig has pitted, of course. And Stig doesn't have enough fuel to get to the end of the race either, so he is going to be doing another stop. Interesting. Smalley's commented something. He said, "Gonna see some different strategies here, I reckon." Yeah. So Stig's the first of the malls to pit. Who?
Joe just got on the AstroTurf exiting Degner 2 and it just pitched his car into a bit of a spin.
Oh, unlucky.
But he's managed to hold on to it just about, and he's back going again. It's only cost him about 5 seconds, I reckon. So it could have been a lot worse there for Joe.
Well, I'm glad he's managed to get it back. But look at his tyres as well. They're probably in a similar position to what Stig's were, and maybe he needs to pit now as well. Grim's in the pits. So he's looking like he's doing a 2-stop strat here as well then. So he's probably going to come in at lap 16 or 17 and then do a final stint on some fresh soft rubber. They can only use soft mediums or hards here as well. They can't use super softs. And I think last season in the Super Formula race we did allow super softs to be run. So yeah, just the soft tyre here.
I know the Endurance Series had super softs. I can't remember whether the Super Formulas did or not.
I'm pretty certain they did. I remember putting them on around the track that Vilsec hates, but you love. I forgot what. Is it Autopolis?
Other way on.
No, it's not Autopolis. It's another one.
Barcelona.
No. It's the track where the pit lane will catch you out if you go in it. There's like a chicane in the pit lane. Pit's on the left-hand side of the track.
That is Autopolis.
Oh, it is Autopolis. Oh, okay.
And that track, I can quite happily say, if it was bombed tomorrow, I wouldn't be shedding any tears.
So both of you. So maybe Smalley loves it then. I couldn't remember who it was that loved it and who hated it.
Smalley just likes things that other people hate, just because it's Smalley. Although we now both know one thing that Smalley hates. And he really does bite at.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but let's leave Mike out of this. Just let me point out quickly. Doc Coops joined. Good to have you here, Doc. And he said Spoon Corner is called Spoon because Spoon is the name of the aftermarket company that has done most with Honda. And if I'm not mistaken, the owner is one of the original lead Honda designers. Interesting. Someone's come off. I think it's Matty letting people by. Yeah, it is through the S's there. I'm just going to quickly cycle through the drivers to see who's close on track. It looks like it's the Tactgrass and Stig at the minute. It is. They are closest, so I'll just stick with some guys at the back for now and see how they're getting on. Liam hasn't managed to recover his positions. Oh, go on.
Oh, Love Session Marco battling for the lead coming out of the hairpin.
Oh, well, hello, Larv Sesh. What's that? Marco hasn't pitted. Neither has Larv Sesh, so Marco must have made a mistake somewhere.
So look at the lap times. He lost about 3 seconds on lap 8.
I think it's this lap. I think it's this lap. Hang on, they're going to be coming across the Sector 2 line now.
Yes. 1 minute 21. He's lost about 5 seconds somewhere.
All right, let's have a look. Sector 2. Yep, you're right. 6 seconds off his time. It's this lap. He's made a mistake somewhere. And Larvsesh has got the lead. Now, the pit window's open for the one stop. This lap or the next. That's the one stop strat. Are any of them going to dive in? Oh, they are! Marco's in! Oh, interesting.
Marco's made a very late dive.
Interesting. He's in the pits now.
Now, Smalley. Just because you don't like Suzuka. If that's the case, I think Suzuka is a fantastic circuit. It's a proper driver circuit.
I think that's why Smalley's stuck in the pit box. He doesn't want to come out and give these guys a run for the money.
It's not that. It's just that, we all know Smalley has a big love of avoiding work. So, he's busy putting his feet up and just probably shouting at people. As he normally does. And by the way, Smalley, shut up, Smalley.
Larvsesh currently is holding on to the fastest lap as well. He set that on lap 5. It's a 1 minute 40.627.
That's good going there from Larv.
He's got a lot more pace than I thought he would have around here. Rumour has it he spent more time on his livery than he did practicing here today. But he's 28.7 seconds. This must be the lap he comes in. I think this must be it. So he's just coming through 130R now. And into the final chicane.
Actually don't look too bad.
They really don't, do they? They actually look... they look better than Stiggs did a few laps ago when he came in, and he stayed out.
He's going on.
He's stayed out.
The longer he can go now, the more he can push at the end of the race.
That's true, and Smalley's just pointed out the overtake. So, Loftus has gone off. We've jinxed him. He's gone wide in turn one. He's not lost too much time, thankfully, but he's not used any of his overtake up either. He hasn't used any of his overtake, which is interesting. Which is very, very interesting.
And now the tax grass is battling Grim into the Casio triangle.
And he's in.
Tax grass is in.
And Grim, of course, is on the two-stop strat, isn't he? So he's going to stay out for another 3 laps, I reckon. And look at this. Marco is now... Marco's just gained 2.5 seconds on Lavsesh. He's down to just 25 seconds now. Look at that delta falling. 24.9. 25.2. He's just made a mistake going through the S's, but watch it coming down again. 25.1. 25.0. He's catching him. He's catching him.
But how much of that, I wonder, is fresh tyres from Marco?
I think it's all of it. 25.1 is not gained as he was going through the S's, but that's because this is not really a tyre-dependent part of the track right now. This is the high-speed part of the track. And they've all got the same setup, so there's no difference in aerodynamics or anything like that. Gap is now under 25 seconds. It's 24.9. Lavsesh, this has to be the lap you pit. He's just coming up to the chicane now. Is he coming in? He looks like he is. Yep,
yes.
He's in. Alright, so he's going to have to do a bit more refueling. Marco's just coming through 130 on it. I don't think Marco's got enough pace at the moment to get past him.
Let's have a look. So, Lav...
Is just pulled up to his box. I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, Marco now is Casio Triangle.
Yeah, but Lav's got a lot of refueling to do, remember. He's got to wait. He's got 10 laps to put into his car. Marco's coming down into... Oh, Marco's got the lead, has he? He's past Lavsesh now. Yes, he's through. And there's Lavsesh behind. About 4 seconds behind, I reckon. He's got him. He's got him. 4.6 seconds. They've both got almost exactly the same fuel. Lavsesh has, of course, 1 lap fresher tyres, or 2 laps, I can't remember now. But Marco's not put too much wear on his tyres, though. You can hardly see that red line. And Stig now has the fastest lap, a 140.453.
He is, to be fair, he is on a 2-stop strat, is Stig. So he's going to have a slightly lighter car at this stage. So they haven't made it work. They've not made the 2-stop work.
I don't think it was really a viable option, to be honest. I think the 1-stop was always going to be quicker here. What are you looking? We're looking at around a 25, 26 second stop at the moment, at least. Well, it's got to be more. It's about a 29 second stop because, yeah, Marco gained 4 seconds on Lavsesh, and that's a lot. That's a minute. That's almost a minute that you've got to save compared to the 30 seconds that you need to save for the 1-stop. So I think it's not a good strat.
There's a bit of a gap, mind you, between Stig and Taxgrass. Stig is Casio Triangle. Taxgrass is its Spoon. So I reckon they'll have enough gap to still be 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, and Doc Coops just pointed out as well, Lavsesh has now used up some of his overtake, so he is aware of it. Whether Smalley's let him know or something, but he's used up about a quarter of it now, and Marco still, of course, has none left. Grimm has around half of his overtake, and he's got about half the race to go, so that's good for him. And Stig's got it all, so I don't think Stig's mapped it. Do you know what? Last time we raced in Super Formulas, I think he said that he didn't have his overtake mapped, and it seems to be the same now. I don't think he's mapped it. He's not used any.
So now let's just watch. Marco said a 140.5 last lap round, so I'll be interested to see what Lav can do for his first proper lap out the pit lane.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Pole is still Pole is still held by Stig. Marco's just coming up to the back of a back marker at the minute. He's got through. I think that was Mick. Marco's got through. He's 2/10 up on the fastest. So I think Marco's about to claim the fastest lap here.
Lava's 2/10 purple as well, middle sector.
Oh, here we go. It's all going to come down to this lap
no! Then. Lav's off.
Oh, is he off? Okay, Lav's off. I'll quickly switch to him. Where's he come off? Oh, at the chicane. And Marco's gone fastest, 1/10.5 quicker than Stig's fastest time, and he's just gained 3 seconds on Lav's session because of that mistake.
Yeah, Lav just broke a little bit too late going into Casio Triangle and just sailed wide. So unlucky. And now, there's about 3 seconds back to Grimm. He's got 3 seconds back to Stig.
There's quite big gaps building up, isn't there? Do you know what we need? A late safety car.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, all I know is that the safety car was driven on track at all times and it did not face the opposite direction. That's all I know.
Marco now should be able to manage this gap from here on in.
Yeah, he's got 7 seconds, hasn't he? He's just got past the milker through Spoon.
Yeah, he's got 7 seconds back now to Lav.
And Liam's in the pits. So, is this the 2-stop strat as well? Is this the second of the 2 stops?
I don't know. Do you know what? I don't think so.
It's his fuel, isn't it? He's used that fuel all the way, and his tyres are quite worn. Did he go the whole way? No, it's saying he's pit. No, if you look at the on the right, it's saying he pit on lap 13. Is that what the P means next to the?
No, that's a bug.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, that's only a 146. That can't be a pit lap. Yeah, that's his first stop.
Oh, he's pulled out right on the line.
Oh no, is that Johto?
No, it's Lav.
Oh no. Oh no. That's another 3 seconds.
Not just that as well. What he's done is he's pulled straight onto the track. He's not stayed on the right side of the white line. It's just that was
mixing that was that as well.
I would say that's a bit careless there from Liam.
Well,
I wouldn't. That's what I'd personally say.
Yeah. Lav says she's going to have Grimm right behind him soon too. Look at this. The gap's only 2.3 seconds now, and that gap was about 5 or 6, wasn't it? So Grimm could still disturb a P2 from Lav Sesh at the moment. But unless Marco makes a mistake, I think this is Marco's race win. And
it would be a second in 2 races for Marco.
Yeah, it would. Now, his points don't count because he's not an official D2 driver, of course. So the win, I think, will go to Lav Sesh in the end.
It will.
But this is a really solid drive from Marco, and if he can have this level of consistency and this pace in ACC this weekend, it's definitely going to be one to tune into.
I know because I've sort of been cajoling Marco a little bit. Because I knew that he'd been racing another league in ACC.
Oh yeah.
So I know that he has raced that quite regular. So actually, I'm expecting good things from Marco.
He's a quick
And
driver.
of course, he's on your team, I believe.
Yes, Team Robot, the legends that they are, still haven't chose a car. I'm sure you saw today we were trying out a few cars in the ACC server. We still don't know what
Yes,
we're going to
it
go with. It's a tricky one. It really is a tricky one. But I'm sure you will all find out soon enough. Gaps, 3 seconds to Live Session Grim. So Live Session getting a little bit sloppy through the second Degner, but he has pulled away slightly from Grim, so he's got a little bit of breathing room at the moment. And I think that's it. That's really the closest guys on track right now. There's only 6 laps to go, including this one.
Graham, I think, is going to be in this time round.
Yeah,
he's got the blinky red light of doom. So I expect Grim to be in the pits, but I don't think, judging by gaps, I don't think he will lose position. He says. There's Grim there, he's coming through the 130R now. Expect him to pull right into the pit lane.
So let's see. Yeah, he's in. He is in the pits. Right, Doc saying Mick is out there looking like daily traffic on a racetrack. Mikita. And he's saying choose the Lambo or the Chev. So, we've been trying the Lambo. We've got a little bit of a setup that we've tweaked from Mick. It's really nice, but it's just that rear left tyre just wants to explode. It gets so hot after a few laps, and it's really hard to get around those fast right-handers, of which there are many. And we're talking about Silverstone here for ACC. So yeah, it is a tricky one. Very tricky.
And the track temp is warm.
Yeah, actually, today when we jumped in, it was midnight. And I had to reset the server. So I think the
midnight.
It was pitch black. So I think
I haven't touched it.
It might just be the time multiplier that needs setting to 0, I can't remember. But it was. I think it was 32 degrees today. Once we reset the server, and that is quite warm, especially for Silverstone.
But it is. Technically, it is very, very warm in the UK at the minute.
It is. It actually rained up here today in Yorkshire. It's really nice.
There's been no rain here at all in the northeast.
He's asking me to read it again. Lambo-feeties and Chevrolets. I don't get it. I'm not sure if you're trying to make me say something naughty or not. Lambo-feeties or the Chevrolets. Shave your leg. I don't know. Right, let's move on before I spend too much time on this. Marco has got a 6.3 second gap with 4 laps left to go, including this one. Live Session's nice, pulled away 29 seconds, and that's because of that second stop from Grim. He was on that 2-stop strat, which doesn't seem to be the optimal one, but he has managed to stay ahead of Stig though, hasn't he? He's still got 5.3 seconds on Stig, and remember that gap was just 4/10 for a few laps at the beginning.
Yeah, he has. He's managed that quite nicely. He's Grim, and again, it's more good points for him for his championship.
It is. It really is. Let me see what that championship looks like at the moment. Actually,
he's been the thing is, and I can say as having raced with Grim quite a lot, and obviously going back to the Rod and Pollux days, he is incredibly consistent.
He is. He's incredibly clean when you race with him as well.
He is.
It's fun. He's a fantastic racer. Yeah, Grim's out in front with 79 points. He's got 4 points advantage over the tax grass, and he's got a 5-point advantage over Johto. And it is close, isn't it? Look at that. 79, 75, 74, and 73 for Grim. I can't say his name. Arcturus, Johto, and Hazy.
Just say tax grass.
Tax grass. Look at that. Lex has joined now as well. Good to have you here, Lex, in the chat. Just got 4 laps to go, including this one, and it's looking like it's going to be a race win for D2 for Larsesh, but an on-track win for Marco. It's an interesting race so far.
It's just everybody seems to be just a bit spread out on track right now. There's no real battles or anything of any note.
No,
everyone, Matt, I've just realised Matty is 2 laps down on Mick.
Oh, really?
Oof.
And Mick's managed to type he doesn't like Suzuka. Mick's gone. Just as I say that, he's gone
Marco's
wide.
off.
Oh no!
Marco's just went off there at the hairpin.
Oh, that's the same place as last time. That is the same place he lost all that time, and now look at this. Larsesh is 1.3 seconds behind. The end of this race has come alive. Does Greggs have what it takes?
Does this have one final twist in the equation?
Oh my goodness.
What?
I've got so many bad jokes in my head right now that I don't want to say. Let's hope he doesn't roll over the sausage curb. Hey! Right, moving on. The gap is 1.2 seconds. It's coming alive, guys. There's just 2 laps left to go. Now, Larsesh has used up almost all of his overtake now as well. Marco still obviously doesn't have any left. As you say, once you use it, it's gone and you can't get it back. Grim is still 28 seconds behind, so he's not going to be able to catch up to the back of this pack unless there's a massive mistake. But the gap is now less than a second. 0.8 of a second, in fact. And look at this. Larsesh's tyres are in far better condition than Marco's right now.
Of course, he did pit 2 laps later than Marco.
Yes, you're right, and that could give him the advantage he needs at the moment. The gap's just peaked over a second, and now it's back under again. It's going to keep doing that until he gets into a position where he's going to benefit from a big slipstream. But he's got a way to go. I think you need to be within like 3 or 4 tenths if you want to take advantage of that.
Yeah. He's not close enough. Marco is holding on. He's losing a bit of time through Spoon. I don't think he's got enough. I don't think so. It's
1.1 seconds now.
I think Marco has enough. But there still could be a mistake left in this race.
There could, and I reckon if it's going to happen, it's going to be around that hairpin. I'm going to keep a real close eye on Marco right now, guys. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I've said. I hope I've not said anything offensive or anything. I'm going to have to go on Urban Dictionary or something to see what it is. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, Love's off.
Oh, is he? Oh, he is. He's against the wall. There was no contact, was there?
No, there wasn't. The back end just stepped out of him on the S's.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
That's now put it very much in Marco's favour.
It has, but I wonder what the gap between him and Grimm is. No, I think Grimm's about 4 corners behind at the minute, so I don't think that's going to have too much of an effect
Grimm's
on Larsesh.
just heading up through the S's now.
Yeah.
Lav's at Degness, so...
Yeah, Lav lost about 10 seconds, but that's it. He had a nice buffer to the car behind. If you don't have a car and you're walking and you're trying to ball and you don't want to admit you don't got a car, you're rolling Lamborghinis. Oh, okay. Okay, I kind of get it now, thanks. That's lame as ever. Right, back to the race. Here comes Marco now. He's just making his way up the hill towards 130R. He's had another great race. He's obviously made a few mistakes. 2 mistakes at the same corner. That's at the hairpin. But other than that, nice and clean, nice and consistent, and very, very fast. Lavsej did pip him for fastest lap look. Lavsej managed to get into the 139s, but it's going to be Marco who's coming through the final corner now to claim a second on-track victory for OFR GTS D2 here at Suzuka. Well done, Marco.
Next
up,
cross lane will be Lavsej.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's done a really, really good job. That's a P1 for D2 and a P2 on track here. So well done, Lavsej. A lot of pace and the fastest lap. Is anyone going to take that fastest lap away from him, though? They could disrupt a double crown for him. Let's see what Grim's going to do as he crosses the line. It doesn't look like he's on a particularly fast lap. He's going to come across the line. No, he wasn't. He did a 140.9 and he's finishing in third. We've got the tax grass next with two other cars behind them. Very, very close on track. And I didn't manage to catch his sector 2. Oh, yeah, it's 2.6 seconds down, yeah. So it looks like Lavsej is going to hold on to this fastest lap as well. He's really twitchy, isn't he? He's just...
That'll be him on the triggers.
Don't tell me he uses the triggers to steer.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me? So he uses...
You know what I mean? The normal...
The analog sticks?
Yes.
I thought you meant like the trigger, like R2 and L2.
No.
Oh my gosh, that would have been crazy. Stig finishes in P5. Good to have you back there with us. And Johto, after that mistake from the start line where he kind of got really, really messy and had a terrible getaway, he finishes in P6, so he's still going to get a handful of points there. Keep that championship fight alive. And Hazy is going to be last across the line in P7. That's not going to help him too much with that gap. That he only had a 6-point gap to the leader. I think that's going to increase to around 15 points now, but there's still 3 or 4 races left. It's not over, and that's a solid finish from everyone today. Yeah,
very solid. I'd have to say driver of the day for me has to be Lav.
I think so as well. If Marco was a D2 driver, I could give it to him, but Lavsej, absolutely fantastic. And that overtake from Liam, let's not forget that was very, very nice around the outside there, going into the chicane. Very nice move. But that's it, folks. So the next race that we're going to be doing here in OFR is going to be the ACC race on Saturday at 7 UK time. Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, there are still spaces left if you want to join, but it's looking like it's going to be around a 15-16 driver grid at the moment. But it is just the first race, so hopefully we can expand as the season goes on. Ash is your division manager for ACC, so any questions, join the Discord server and ask him.
Hello.
And then after that, on Sunday, we've got the GTS race at Barcelona in those Group 3 cars. So yeah, make sure you tune in for them. And I hope you all have a great night. Anything else? No? Okay, see you later, guys.
No.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.